at 38-10, you must have thought it was gone.
Yeah, I can say we knew we had character, but yeah, 38-10, I did think it was gone. Those 10 minutes where we gave away 21 points during the yellow card just before halftime, and those 2 tries, including the intercept, should have buried us. Knew we'd make some form of comeback, but we even made hard work of that, when we got all those attacking opportunities on their line and we butchered them, ended up with them getting a penalty for us sealing when Abner took a quick tap and go. And so, yeah, we got ourselves into a real hole. We were very poor.
And then obviously also the set pieces, the scrums didn't go like you would expect.
No, we've got some issues there. I thought in the first half we could have got a bit more reward than we did, instead of conceding a little bit, like a penalty or two. I thought, Ali for Mark was very good on the loose head side. I think by the end, poor JJ Kotze his knees were shot after about 10 minutes, and Jason Alexander, he came with the bench for UWC mostly as a flank. He's a really, really good rugby player. So I think that affected our sort of ability at scrum time. I thought the Lions scrummed really well.
Dobbo, still what happened in that Bulls game where 1 or 2 passes that shouldn't have gone went. Aaron spoke about fixing that. How do you feel that went tonight, and do you think you could have been better?
A bit better, but still not where it should be, Leighton. Sergio towards the end, then we're running down the side. He tries to squeeze a chicken wing through, non-existent, ended up in their scrum. So I think a couple of times towards the end, they were a bit careless with the ball, maybe at the end there when we were pushing on 32-38, and I think Johan threw it inside as well as he played when he came on. So I don't think we've got that right yet. That's still a work for us.
Any more questions?
Yes, Dobbo, just a couple of strange calls went against you as well. After that Ali penalty and that immediate sack of David Mason on the try line, I don't know if you can recall it, but
all too well.
just on that, it's been going your way and not going your way when calls go in matches. How do you get the guys to come back from that, especially when you are under pressure?
Yeah, I thought there was a big for us was a big moment in the game. I thought we'd scrummed really well then for Ali to get pinged, and then as you said, the sack. So I think our message is it's just that Ernst has got to keep working with the referee and try and say the picture that we're seeing. It wasn't the same, and he did. I mean, Ernst is a really good, experienced captain in that respect. But I think there was a sack where we sacked the Lions later in the game where it was possibly, they were also penalised for it. And I think in rugby at the moment there's a lot of favour in terms. I think you'd agree, Leighton. A couple of years ago there was a lot of more. It was more balanced, whether it was changing lanes or that sort of thing. Now it's very much a favour of the attacking maul, So your defence options are pretty limited. You're from the side sacking, and the Lions had one which I thought they sacked pretty quickly as well, and ended up in a penalty against. So I think the maul is being refereed very, very much in the attacking favour. But no, it's a question of our captain just trying to manage the refereeing as best he can.
And just on the maul, against the Bulls as well, are you moving in a new direction where you try to get them as soon as possible towards the touchline to nullify?
It's an old system of ours, and to be honest, that's something we're going to have to look at this week, because I think teams, what happened was you get towards the touchline, and if you don't get them there, they can get inside you, then they're running with you. So that's something we're going to have to reevaluate.
John, obviously, okay, Hammer.
Nee, is reg, Jan.
Okay. John, obviously the one other thing is, I mean, as we play in Currie Cup, as big as a tournament as it is for us, there's another team that's arriving on Monday, and our team's obviously looking and go one eye on that. Do you think we are properly prepared? Our domestic teams are up for the challenge of the British Irish Lions?
That's a great question, Jan. I would say judging by looking at us, if that was a team that was to go out and play the British and Irish Lions, we'd be in for a long afternoon, So I think, I think personnel-wise, we just with the injury roster, we were the weakest we're going to be all season tonight. So we're better, but I agree with you. There's a massive amount of work, whether that's personnel changes, technical detail. Like obviously the occasion will lift the teams. I'm sure all the 4 franchises will be lifted by the occasion of it. But I think you would agree that based on tonight's game, it would be tough afternoon. So there's a lot to be happening in a short space of time for all of us, I think, especially us.
Also, sorry, Monique. Just filtering in that with it's a double round. How do you work over the next couple of weeks with the games, with the guys playing, especially looking at your combinations?
Look, it's an early competition week. Started with 2 games on the high felt with 4 days apart. I suppose we came away with 7 points, and that's probably par. Even though our performance isn't what it should be. No, we got quite a few guys coming back on strength over the next few weeks. So it'll be useful for us. We've got 2 games before we go into the bubble, both home games. Sharks at home and Griquas at home. Can get through those as our team gets a bit stronger. I think we'll be reasonably well positioned on the Currie Cup. There's no doubt in the sort of Western Province mindset. Joburg and Pretoria, 2 of the hardest places to go to. And that's out the way. So hopefully we're well poised for this competition. As I say, with JD Schickerling, Samar Marats, Namas, all those guys that are coming back over the next while, Edwill, Zas, the more I'm forgetting. But hopefully the worst is behind us.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, Dobson.